Okay. All right. All right. All right. Who I am and what do I do? Burn that up there. I can see that better now. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna grab something real quick. Just sitting around with my buddies. Just shitting around with my buds. My bows are my buddies, if you guys haven't figured that out. All right. Welcome TikTok. Welcome YouTube. Hope you guys are doing well. Weather. Yeah, I figure the more lives, the better, Boom, right now, just to get you guys ready to rock. And I'm thinking, so Boom, I don't know what's going on with that link though. Something's broke, man. I've been trying to figure it out. I had a calendar on there, and I see it in the edit, but I don't see it on the live when you post it. I have no idea what's going on. But anyway, so I'm thinking 1/3, so Saturday night, January 3rd at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. would be the giveaways and stuff for the fun BHP Live Christmas event. Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on there. I saw your comment, but I was like, let me look into it, and then I looked into it, and I realized it's like broken, man. I don't know. Super fans, TikTokers, you're gonna want to be a super fan to get in on those giveaways. Don't forget it. And if you're on YouTube, you're gonna want to join channel. All right, Second Amendment, how are you? Guys, it has been an interesting year. We have been so busy. Like, I have never worked so hard on content in my life. Now, I know you're not maybe seeing the content 100% on TikTok, but you are seeing it on YouTube. We put out so many freaking videos on YouTube. It's insane. So if you haven't been over to our YouTube, go check it out, because that's where we're putting the long format videos that we're working on that are doing very well, by the way. Our ARC video has hit over 100,000 views, so we're doing well. Thanks so much, Boom. Appreciate that. Our ARC video is well over 100,000 views now, so it has gone viral on YouTube and increased our YouTube to put us over 100,000 subs on YouTube, which is a big deal. So, very big deal for us. We're going to get a plaque and a play button. I'm so pumped, finally. So, Jay Quimbley, what do you guys got planned? Thanks, Second Amendment. Appreciate that. I have no idea what's planned yet because I haven't planned it. You guys know I like to be like, I like just do it, right? Get in on it. So I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, but I'm gonna figure it out. So I'll figure it out over. I'm gonna first get through Christmas, and then I'll sit down in my office, have some coffee, and start making a list of how I want to do it. But I did invite the team to come and try to participate in the live because it is fun to have more people. Awesome. Thanks, Boom. Appreciate that, man. In the latest video you'll see Friday night, there'll be a data code that you can scan in the video to actually buy a hat, which is very cool. So this Friday night, what's up, Chris? How you doing, man? It's good to see you. Razor Terry, how are you? So this Friday night, we will launch on YouTube another video. It is going to be, it's actually an interesting video. It is the $350 bow versus a $2,000 bow. So we have our Sicario. So we did a Sicario versus the Bear Archery G4. So it's it's not really a comparison, but we decided to try it for fun. So we'll see. Thank you so much for that. Joining the fan club. Appreciate that over there. Boom. Thanks again for the $5. Appreciate that donation. Huge achievement, Outdoor Conquest. Yeah, it's not even funny because what we've done on YouTube is incredible. In the short period of time, we have not only broke the 100,000 barrier, which was very hard to hit on YouTube. For anybody who has a YouTube channel, I feel your pain. We've worked for 17 years on that channel, trying to get that channel over 100,000. We've had different hiccups along the way. But now we found the recipe that for the algorithm that we really needed to find, and we got some help, and we learned how to do some different SEO things to help align things correctly. And then now we we're going a little bit viral. We went from 100,000 to 120,000 as of tonight. We're about to hit 120. So my goal right now is just to just keep pushing because we want to get to a million. I want the gold button if I can get it. I know it's crazy talk, but what the heck, right? Why give up? Why go short if we can just go for the home run, right? It's going to be hard, but we figured if we can maintain video quality, video posting, getting people excited, we can do it within a year to 2 years to get to that million. But I don't know if it's really, if I don't know if it's actually possible. Thank you so much, Derek. Appreciate that, man. Hey, Two Sticks, how are you? Thanks for the gifts. Whoever sent gifts on Instagram or TikTok, thank you for that. Sorry, I gotta go like this. Sorry, guys, I didn't have the screen full. Um, it takes a lot to get into YouTube format. It takes a lot. Yes, Second Amendment, 100% agree. Um, Razor Terry, thanks for that heart. Sorry, guys, just catching up on these. Derek said, I watch you more than any other channel out there. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Second Amendment says, gotta have goals. Yep, gotta have them. Might as well, right? I mean, we worked this hard to get this far. Might as well just go for it all. Yes, Derek, I appreciate that. And I'm trying to get more and the kids. So my kids have been helping me with this. It's just hilarious. But the kids understand YouTube better than anybody. Kids, you would think kids understand TikTok. They understand YouTube better than anything. We're looking at things like, Mr. Beast videos and dissecting how to make things a little more juicy, right? Where people are more, like thinking like, oh, I got to see the end of this, right? So there's a lot of like strategy trying to do. I can't go too far that way because then it kind of gets away from what I like to do, and I don't want to get out of place, right? So just been working hard to keep to our strategy, but yet try to make it a little bit cooler for you guys. I really invested in a little bit better cameras, trying to make the quality look nicer, the audio seem better, just little stuff that really go a long way, I think. A TikTok bow. Actually, I think you'd find Boom Barry. I'm not a huge fan of the Chinese TikTok type bows, but I will say that like a Sanlita is actually a decent little bow. Um, I don't recommend it necessarily compared to buying a bear. I know we've done videos on Sanlita before, and they're good bows. There's nothing really wrong with the bow, but it's more of a support thing for me. Like I just want to support the American brands the best I can. But yes, I mean I understand where you're coming from. A lot of people have done that, and Amazon proves that if you look at the numbers. Daddy of Eight, how are you? Yes, the calendar's not there, Daddy of Eight. I apologize. I don't know why it's missing, but right now we're looking at January 3rd, Saturday night at 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's what we're looking at for this, for the giveaway. So if you're a super chat member or sub member on TikTok, you will be entered for the bigger prizes. Same with here. If you're a Team BHP member, you have the logo there. You'll be entered for the big prizes, but the small prizes, anybody will be able to be a part of that as long as you're live. So you will have to be live for it goes for everybody. So this one's more important than the other ones to make sure you're live with us. That's why I've been going live a few times to let the subscribers know we're gonna make you be live for this one. So it's gonna be I hear you, Outdoor Conquest, man. I tell you what, man, 20,000 was a great feeling when I did it. It's so hard to do on YouTube, man. YouTube is struggle. Uh, Best budget-friendly site on the market. I'll answer that in just 1 second. Boutique, what's up, brother? Funny you say that. I'm trying to talk my niece into helping me build my platform. Southern Huntress, that's what you got to do. The kids are unbelievable. My niece got on TikTok well after me, and she was making. I'm not kidding you guys. I'm not exaggerating. I don't make anything like this on TikTok. She was making 5 grand a month on TikTok. It's unbelievable. I was like, what the heck? And she had like 100,000 subs. It was unbelievable. But she had so much people like buying things she was doing. It's unbelievable. I don't think she still makes that, but like it was incredible. Um, I really want to try the new Bear Alaskan Pro. I have a Sequel 33 ST2. Nice. I think you'll like that Alaskan Pro. That's a really good bow. Thanks for the gifts, guys. I see all those gifts coming in. I appreciate that. Thanks, Boutique. Appreciate that. Budget friendly site. Um, I like the Redline stuff for budget friendly. I also like Trophy Ridge for budget friendly. I don't know what's going on at Redline. They've been real quiet. I don't know if something's happened there I'm not aware of. But the Redline stuff's actually very good quality for what you get. I'm trying to think if I have anything showing here. What's this one here? These are budget friendly, I think. I think this is the Rocky Mountain sites. Yeah, these are somewhat budget friendly, so that is an option. They have some pretty good stuff too. Black Gold does make a cheap one. I think it's called the Rush, and I do highly recommend that one as well. That one's a great because it's all metal. Like Trophy Ridge, like their cheaper stuff is awesome. It does the job, but it is plastic here, right? And I think I'd still prefer it to be all metal housing if we can with that. But you know what else makes a good quiver is Trophy Ridge, and the reason it's awesome is they have lights built into it, and it's very helpful. One's a flashlight on the outside, and one's a flashlight on the inside, so you can see what you're doing. I think that's one of the coolest things. I think it's called the Versa Light, but it's unbelievable. All right, where are we at here? Yep, Redline makes great quivers and good sights. Yeah, I can't go bad. Tommy says, "What do you think about the Elite Immerse?" Immerse, I think you said, or I don't know if I said that right. I like Elite bows. I don't really work with Elite anymore. Unfortunately, we don't get any in here. That's their choice, not mine. But when I did have Elites, I did like what I shot. I think they do a great job making a bow. I think a lot of the stuff did seem a little repetitive to me over the years. Kind of not very big changes between bows, but um, solid bows. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything bad about it. They're a great shooting bow, so I don't think it'll hurt you to get an Elite. Or if you have an Elite, you're probably gonna want to keep it, I assume. But they're great. I will say the biggest surprise to me over the past 2 years are two brands: APA crushing it with the King Cobra, crushing it with the Black Mamba Pro 6, and the Expedition bows, the Next Light and the X Light from last year, and now this new Next Light. These are amazing shooting bows and technology that is unbelievable. This right here is so cool, and let me tell you why. This isn't what you think. So you're thinking like, oh, it's the Matthews one, right? No big deal. Matthews can fold too, but when the Matthews folds, it actually comes off. This stays on here all the time. This does not come off. This is actually put on by an M-Lock system through their X-Lock new pocket system here. And this does not come off. You can unscrew it off and take it off, but you do not have to take this off, which makes it unbelievable. So I can't say enough about the engineering and Expedition. The cam doesn't touch the ground, just phenomenal. Trophy Ridge Hex is amazing. What quiver can I use on a Matthews Lift X with a side mount Trophy Ridge sight? Side mount. Well, you can use anything with that sight or that sight. You're good. I mean, you can do the Redline. You could do the Trophy Ridge, the Hex Light, the Versa Light, whatever they're called. The lighted ones are awesome. Check them out. I got Elite Immerse and love it. That's awesome, Dan. What's your bow of the year? I would say the Next Light would be my bow of the year at this point. The bow is a lights out bow. I haven't done a video on it yet. I'm still debating. I have to make sure that's what I want to do, but I still have to shoot a few bows. Can you do a review of the Mission Range? Yes, that is on its way. I was told I'd have it from Matthews. Was sending us one. I would not have it on back order till January, I think. So you have to give me some time. So, but yes, the Mission Range will happen. Yep, that was in my to-do list. I did look at it though already and play with it. I didn't shoot it up at More Archery recently, so it is nice. It is a nice little bow. What's up, Ron Star? How are you? Redline makes great quivers. Bought sites, got that one. Does anyone think there will be a life again for Obsession? Interesting. So I got Obsession right here. I just pulled it out. This is a magnesium one. I don't know if you guys realize that, this bow here. This was the Ultra Bag 360. This is a great little shooter. I'm actually excited to see what Martin's gonna do because you do know Martin owns Obsession now. So I'm very curious what's gonna happen at the ATA show, because I guess that's where they're launching. So we'll find out. But I want to say this bow was around $1,500, $1,600. So, but yeah, this was a great little bow. I liked it a lot. I still have it. Just gonna set it here. Guys, you're gonna love this. I'm working on custom bows for you guys to like check out. I'm super stoked. They're gonna be fully customized. I'm working on everything I can with them. And like they're getting repainted, they're getting restrung, they're gonna look sick. And I can't wait to show them off in the studio, leave them here. Stabilizers, top 3 options for bow hunting, your opinion? For me, the number one, and this has nothing to do with color and looks or anything, is the shock stop from Trophy Ridge. I actually personally did tons of testing on it, and it reduced the shock, like they claimed 25%, we got like 39%. It was unbelievable. So for me, the shock stop's number one, hands down. I don't care about the look of it. It doesn't look cool. It doesn't. So that actually does something. So that for me was more of a actual scientific thing or mathematic thing, right? There was a number change. But otherwise, Stokerized, I love Stokerized because of the looks. I think they look cool. I do like the bridge lock if you have a Matthews. I do think that's a cool idea to use if you have a Matthews. I think I would definitely get a bridge lock because it makes sense. Also, if you have a Matthews, consider yourself the Bond grip systems because you can choose what you like. So I like the idea you have some options. And then there's the dialed, of course, for those who want to spend a little bit more money, but it's a really nice sight, very lightweight. The new Bowtex. Great question, Christopher. I actually had a great conversation with Bowtech about 3 days ago, and I'm supposed to see the new Bowtex ahead of time here. They were supposed to send me the media kit. There's a secret media kit that goes around to media people. So apparently I will see them soon. I have not seen it yet, but apparently I have them coming here too at the same time. So I will let you guys know. I will have that. I'm trying to think what the boat they send. I think I'll have that as well coming up here. So we should be able to do a lot with Bowtech coming up. From North Florida, I believe that's what that says. Welcome. How's the weather down there? Ayo. Just got the new Matthews Lift X 29.5 in Bottomlands. Nice. And it is awesome, says Dan. Dane? Sorry, is it Dane? Dane. So, Lift X. I think I still have a Lift X here somewhere. I used to. It's definitely here somewhere. There's bows everywhere. I'm like surrounded. Oh, I hung it up over there. Okay, sorry. What happened is the other day we had all the bows on these stands, right? So we had, there must have been 10 bows on these stands. I'm not kidding. And I threw something. It hit one bow and they all went. It was like dominoes. I wish I had on video. At least it would have at least been worth it then to see all those bows go down. How often am I up at Moore? I go to Moore probably once every few weeks. I try to go in and get some stuff done, look at some things, talk to Holly, and just see kind of like what they have in stock, what I can play with, what I can film if I need to film something. Right now, I don't really have a need to film anything, so that's why I haven't been there in a little while. But I know that the Winter League is coming, so I might come up and just hang out at the league. Maybe I'll shoot the league, I don't know. Might be something to do. I don't usually shoot though because it's embarrassing. I'm not that great at shooting, so it's, I don't really want to throw myself out there. No, but I do like leagues and stuff. I used to do a lot when I was a kid. Matthews Z7 Extreme. Ooh, beautiful bow, Jack. That's a great bow. Probably wouldn't use it today, to be honest, but I would definitely want it to shoot when I'm, just to shoot a bow. Probably wouldn't still use it just because, to be honest, I look at that more as a classic bow that I could keep and baby it so it lasts a long time. I probably shoot 100, at least 100 a day. That's why, when I shoot bow videos and I have to do the 70-pound, I don't usually hunt with 70 pounds or anything, so when I do the speed test, I'm the only one that can usually pull it because I shoot so many arrows. I wouldn't say I shoot that many arrows accurately, though. I'm not really aiming necessarily. I'm just shooting at my huge block target, so it's really just constant hits. Ooh, We are actually in the process of having the target system finally built into the wall, which is going to be gorgeous when it's done. Can't wait. Block Targets let us do that. They're going to sponsor that whole thing, which is awesome. The whole system, the wall system itself. So we finally got a builder to come, and he's going to build it in the wall. I can't wait to film it and show you guys the transition to our completely bordered in target system. I'm super pumped. We used to shoot at I like these blocks, to be honest. I know people are like, oh, it's hard to pull out. It's definitely a little bit harder. I'm not gonna act like it's not super easy. It's a little bit harder. I just put my body against it and pull and it goes. Not an issue or anything, but we were shooting at the big shots. We have an old, very large big shot, and that one's like you're pulling out of a pillow, so it's definitely easier. I'm not gonna say it's not, but you're also paying double the price. Those things are super expensive. And they're super heavy. That's the other thing that people don't realize. Like that thing probably weighs like this thing here. I think he said it weighs 100 or 200 pounds, and that thing there probably weighs 600 pounds. I mean, it's honestly ridiculous, like how heavy that big shot is over there. I don't know how heavy it is. I'm just guessing, but like, man, it's pretty freaking heavy. I'm not gonna lie. I know how we're gonna get it out of here. Further shot on an animal, I've shot 46 yards on an animal. Techno hunt during the winter, nice. What's up, John? How are you? What targets are going in the wall? So the wall system will have two 48-inch block targets. You can probably see it there. So those will be stacked on top of each other and then framed into the wall. And then we will be able to put sponsor logos across all sides, which is going to be very exciting. What's up, CD Hell? How are you, man? Yeah, I hear you, Ethan. Yep, the new HHA's in transit to us. So those guys were nice enough to send us one. I can't wait to get it, unbox it with you guys, and shoot it myself and test it. How do you get sight tape on? How do I get a sight tape for your slider? Oh, so HHA, if you're talking about HHA, they sell them actually at pro shops. So More Archery is a great example. They have them right there hanging. You can buy them. You can call HHA. You can go on their website. I'm sure they have it. Depending on who it is. If it's Redline, I'm sure you can call them if it's on their website. Most companies will have the ability to order them, if that's what you're asking. You usually ain't gonna see that like a Bass Pro. You got to go to a pro shop, an actually archery pro shop, or something like that. CD Hell, I was telling everybody. For the members, it's going to be a live event on 1/3 at 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's the goal right now. Could change, obviously, but that's the goal. And if you're a member, if you have the Team BHP logo, if you join the channel, or you're a Super Chat member on TikTok, you will be entered to win the bigger prizes, like the bows and things. But you do need to be live, so keep that in mind. And for everybody else who wants to come and hang out but not join that because they can't afford it or don't want to pay the money, no problem. We'll still have some other prizes like broadheads, smaller things that you could probably still win. So I like evening hunts, although I do know morning hunts are usually better because, I mean, if you get a deer in the morning, it's nice to go find it in daylight. But I'm lazy and I hate getting up early. It really hurts my body. So I tend to really kind of push more towards the night hunts. Biggest inch whitetail is right behind me. It's a 142-inch buck back there. There he is. That's my biggest buck to record. Beautiful deer. That was my biggest. Also, I got this aoudad over here. I got that aoudad on I think it's the left of your screen there. That's my aoudad. That's Jamie's buck, and that's Kevin's bear. And then I got an access buck, which is behind me. That just the horns there, the European. So that's the access buck I got. And I also got a rhea, which is like a bird of some sort, like an ostrich. I got some weird stuff, guys, over the years. Yeah, sorry, CD Hell. 1/3 Saturday night, January 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Oh God, Southern Huntress, that's scary as heck. I don't like that. That happened to me once actually in Michigan, where coyotes came in and right at night, yeah, they came in circled like that. I actually shot a deer on state land years ago many, many years ago. And we went to find it, and the coyotes had moved in, and we had to scare them off. Luckily, there was a big group of us that went to recover this deer, but oh man, that was scary. That's so creepy. Flashing a light across and seeing eyes like all around, and they're like barking and crazy stuff. Nice. That's awesome, AK. Good for you. That's a great deer. 120 inch, 28-inch deer. It's a 130 basically. It's beautiful. Yeah, the axis buck is sweet, man. That was an interesting hunt because that deer, that axis buck was fighting with hogs when I shot it. It was fighting, actually fighting back and forth with hogs. It was crazy. Have I shot the arc? Oh yeah, we've done a video on the arc. Our video on the arc has gone completely viral on YouTube, over 100,000 views. Very excited about that. You can watch my full review on YouTube of the arc. Great bow. They did an excellent job on this bow. And I love the legs. I do. Legs are just sick. Just bought a new bow. I haven't shot in 6 years. Nothing fancy. Bear Cruiser G3. Nice budget buy at Bass Pro. Any tips late season bow hunting? Yeah, I mean, bow hunting's hard late season unless you can bait. If you can't bait, depending on your rules set before you go, it gets a little tricky. So it's cold, right? I don't know where you're hunting at. Sorry, I guess I should ask that. But we're in Michigan. It is super freaking cold here. And I went out the other day. It was 15 degrees, and I did not do well. I'm not gonna lie. So I had to I had to like close it up, man. At like 4:30 is an hour short of dark. So I just like I got to get out of here. Like literally tried my best. And I was in a ground blind, which is a hard shell ground blind, which is crazy. With a little here, not a big one. Oh, Southern Indiana is pretty cold too, probably. But man, it was hard. It was really hard, really physically hard. Have you done bow hunting in Mexico? No, I would love to though. I like to try different things. They had a good Thanksgiving meal, so that was good. What are we talking about? Cody's got my boys. Oh no, CD, that sucks. Ugh. HLR arrows, any count? I don't. I don't know. Guys, speaking of which, I know you brought up Boutique. Boutique's making us some custom Team BHP arrow wraps that you can buy, and I hope you guys buy them because they're going to be a limited run for the design. So keep that in mind. Once they launch, there's only going to be so many you can buy. So if you're interested in the wraps and you want to support Team BHP and Boutique, definitely consider buying them. I will post a link to them once they go live. And they're like I said, I don't know how many you'll be able to buy. There might only be like 10 packs total, 20 packs, 50. I don't know. We have to, him and I got to talk about it, but just something to keep in mind. But they're going to be sweet. Yeah, that hurts, Ethan. That hurts. We use Carbon Express now fully. We're integrated with Carbon Express. So I've been shooting the Photon SDs. I love them. They work great. They're small. They're fast. They're powerful. They're way perfect. I'm good with what I have. And then I also we shoot all. I got tons of arrows here, but this is my arrow right here. Actually, I love this. Is the coolest pattern, man. So I just I just love it. I think it's sick. But anyway, very happy with this. I like the whites. You know, even when I shot Easton, I always did the white out type thing because I want to be able to find my arrow when I shoot, and this is very important to me, especially in Michigan with the tall grasses and stuff. I need something that's visible that I'll be able to see in the thick grass. You know, whether I'm chasing that deer or the pass through or whatever. I don't know how much they cost, Boom. That's a good question. I mean, because they gave them to us as part of our deal, so I don't know. But I would bet they're probably 700 to 1,500, somewhere in there. Yeah, Scott had 10 acres and it was brutal. Heck yeah, it was brutal. It's been so bad. That's awesome, Tim. Actually, it's interesting you're talking about that because I think I'm watching that video on Friday. It's going to say a $350 bow versus a $2,000 bow. And there is a difference. But I hear what you're saying. Kevin here has shot a great deer with the G3 couple years ago, and it's a low cost price. It was his first year with a bow. He had a great experience, you know. Asso gear. I don't know. That's only if they'll send me something. You know, I don't want to buy it, so I will reach out to them, lights, and see if that's an option. But we'll see. I can't promise anything with that brand because I don't even know them. So I know who I've heard of them, but I don't know anybody there. So that might be a little tricky. Um, Black Eagle Rampage are good too. Yep, yep. Devin, how you doing, Devin? Hope you're doing well, man. Stand releases, yes, I have. I hunt with a True Fire, so I'll throw that out there. I actually really like my True Fires, but the stand clicker stuff is pretty sick. Stan came here, as you guys probably saw in some of the videos, and Dan came here and showed me in person. First off, he fixed my form, which was very helpful. Having a pro come in and, and help me, because like he's like, no man, you're punching the trigger, you're punching the trigger. You gotta pull through the arm. You gotta pull through the arm. Don't touch this. Just pull through. And I was like, okay, I got it. You know, because the pro guys love to hate me when it comes to hitting triggers. And oh my god, the amount of crap I've taken over the years for that is unbelievable. But anyway, my whole thing was, look, guys, it's not about me; it's about the bow. But that like irritates them, like when you're chewing with your mouth open, it pisses off people, you know. So it's just funny. But anyway, the clicker's cool, man. You hear the click and then you fire. It's really really unique, and I love it. I think it's really cool. I will CD. I actually going to post a video on that clicker coming up. I did a whole video on the clicker wrist sling, so I will post mine, which you can hear the click perfectly, which is very helpful. Oh my God, lights, you're crazy. That's going to be hard to do, man. Very expensive. Very, very, very expensive. The bow beside me is the Obsession. This is the Ultra Mag 360, and it's in magnesium. It's a great shooter. Nice bow, solid bow. No issues. Shoots good. Dual cam, split limb, lightweight, stokerized with the colored on the. This is actually really cool when you hit it with the light. It looks really sick. Like if they buried an LED in here, this thing would sell like crazy. They should put a battery in the front or something and put an LED through that, you know, because this would glow. I mean, it would look so sick for competition or something. Nope, I do not run a pro shop. The only pro shop I work with is I work with Mike's Archery a lot. I do a lot with Brian over there, and I also do a lot with Tim at More Archery here in Michigan. So those are the two. In Michigan, I tend to hang out at More Archery because they're the closest pro shop to here. So I'm generally there a lot, not a ton, but enough to where you know you'll see me. At most of their events, you'll see me. I know someone asked earlier how often I go up. You'll see me at the next event in January for sure. There. I do like to hang out, you know, hang out with the archers, right? I like hanging out with you guys. That's what we do, right? We all shoot bows, and this is what's up, Angela. I've been to Utah, I've been to Hoyt, and I've been to not Burris. I went to Hoyt and I went to Badlands when I was there. It was a great experience. We were in Alta, Utah. Alta, I think I said it right. For a wedding, it was wonderful. And then I went over there and hang out with Hoyt for a day, and then hung out with Badlands. For youth, I always recommend. Well, I'll start to recommend more diamonds soon once I start getting them again and can talk about them. But for youth, I really push the Bear Royale. We have a discount code you can use if you buy it on their website. It's BHP 2025. Takes a big chunk off from Bear's website for any bow they sell on their website, any accessory from Trophy Ridge, and any broadhead from Sick Broadhead. So it's a very nice program they do with us to help get people into the industry. So if you have a child or somebody who wants a Species XT, which is a fantastic bow for the price, use that code BHP 2025. It's up from Vancouver. I heard Vancouver's beautiful, some areas of it. I heard it's gorgeous. I love to see it. What would I do for a free bow? I don't know. Call pro shops to do what they'll do. You could join our program and maybe get lucky and win one. All right, there's that. Do you remember what is it that? Um, I think they say it's 100 shots to break a Bowen. That's the number I heard before. Wow, cool lights. That's exciting, man. That's a great job. Lights would know, but I'm pretty sure I heard the numbers about 100 to break in a bow. Um, but that's really the strings that get everything settled, you know. Because I'm pretty sure G5 told me that when they were here. I think he said they run all the bows 100 or 150 times through the machine before they sell it to like make sure everything's settled and broken in. That's all right, Steve. Hey, man, that's part of the game, you know, and that's why I tell people all the time. People are going to come into this industry. They're going to try to get into archery, and they're going to buy a Sandlita. I told this to the bow manufacturers. This is why Bear Archery gave me the discount because I pitched this to them and said, "Hey, you have to do something to help these people not buy a Sandlita and buy your bow, or you're the only ones that really have a low cost option." So that's where that agreement came from. That I was able to get a huge chunk of money off for you guys to. That's why they only let us do it, and we pushed the crap out of it through the networks. It worked good. It worked really well for a while, but then people were using it on the adapt, and then some of the pro shops didn't like that, so they yelled at Bear, who then had to take it away for the adapt for us, for you guys, which sucks because it was people were buying adapts left and right with that code, but it just didn't work out because I know there's a strong relationship there with pro shops. I don't want to get involved with that. It's none of my business, but I'm just saying like the program was working very well till we had to get rid of the adapt, unfortunately, because it pulled away a little bit. But people are still buying Species XTs, which is great, and they're still buying the G4s, which is very helpful and legit. So there's definitely a lot of options for that code. So about 150, so that's good. So anywhere from 100 to 175, or let's just say 100 to 200. It makes sense. I would think if you hit 100, you're gonna be in good shape. Edge XT is a great bow. Yeah, that's a good deal. Angela Bear legit. Yep, that's wonderful. It's a perfect beginner bow. Um, that's what happens. That's all right, Angela. That's the game. The truth bow. I don't know much about the truth bow. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You know, I don't know much about it. I did request one from them. They couldn't do it at the time, but they said they would eventually. So eventually, we'll be able to review it and get a feel for it. If I had to guess, I mean, it's designed by Kevin Struther, so I think you're gonna find something similar to this. If I had to guess, because you know Kevin's designed a lot of these bows over the years. Don't know though, because I haven't really had a chance to touch it, but you know, it would definitely be a hard sell for me if I was a buyer because it's so new, you know. But I guess if you see something on there you really like, it might be a reason to do it, you know. Which Matthews did you get, Angela? Yeah, yep. I hear you, Tan. There's a lot more stuff in there you got to get. I have not tried the Sanlita Dragon 10. Not that they haven't tried to get me to try it. I've been offered many things from Sanlita, especially on getting more bows to review, but we've turned them down. Not that I want to. It just, unfortunately, it just doesn't really work. It kind of goes against what we're trying to do with Buy American, Built in America. Trying to help best we can. So I've been trying to. Now, there's exceptions. APA is an exception. We do Canada, right? But the problem is, I'm trying to really push people more to buy a Bear than a Sanlita, and the problem is the prices are so close that I actually Sanlita is probably a little cheaper, so I'm trying to help Bear to maintain that low level because it's the Fred Bear way. You know, it's just that's the heritage, right? I'm trying my best to help that. I could help Sanlita, and it would probably go ballistic if we kept pushing that. But like, I don't think it's the right move because I want to strengthen the companies like Bear and Diamond and and PSE, right? I want to help strengthen those guys more if I can because we need them. We need these guys. These guys are the original people, right? So, all right, yep. I'm gonna get out of here too in a second, guys. But I appreciate you guys coming in and saying hi. So, which bow did Angela say? 2024. Oh, Prima. Cool. Yeah. Prima. Anyway, all right. We'll see you guys. Have a good night and sleep tight. I'm going to bed. I'm getting out of here. See you guys. Bye.